Yeah, check 1 2, check 1 2. Is this mic on? Is this mic on? Hey, listen, man, it's the one and only trendsetter DJ Sense, and you're listening to Cocktales, dirty discussions with Kiki and Medina Monroe. Yeah.
Today's cocktail is called the pH balancer. Yep, you heard it right. The ingredients you need to make a pH balancer is not only the doctor, but 2 ounces of vodka, 1 ounce of fresh lemon juice, 0.75 ounces of honey syrup or some simple syrup, a splash of some cranberry juice, 2 to 3 slices of cucumber for balance and hydration, some club soda to top it off, and then you're going to garnish it with that cucumber wheel or a lemon twist, or both if you're nasty. Here's how you're going to make a pH balancer. You're going to muddle that cucumber gently at the bottom of the shaker. Add the vodka, the lemon juice, and the honey. Shake it up. Strain it over ice in a tall, cute little glass. Add a splash of cranberry for color, and then top it with the club soda. Garnish with your cucumber wheel, and enjoy having your pH balanced.
Welcome back to Cocktales Dirty Discussions, you guys. I'm Kiki Said So.
Hey, y'all. I am Medina Monroe.
Now, I have never had this exact cocktail before, but I did have one very similar. I like the cucumber and lemon with vodka. Because vodka doesn't really taste like much.
Right.
Like, it's easy to manipulate that taste. And I found it to be so refreshing. I like the Kettle One botanical line. They have like a peach and something. There's maybe cucumber and mint, or maybe it's just cucumber and like a few other ones. It doesn't taste like much, but it gives you that botanical flavor, and I like it. Nice and refreshing.
A crispy, fresh cocktail.
With the club soda to top it off, give it a little bubble.
Yeah, you feel like you're just chilling in the Hamptons, rich.
Well, we are back this week with another episode, and I want to remind everybody to make sure that you tune in for the entire episode, because we have moved our announcements to the end, and we do have some things that we want to make sure we share with you this week before we get into our topics.
I was pre-reading your weird sex, and I want to hear, like, I was like, what is this?
Okay, well, we can go ahead and get started with weird sex, because this is something that one of our listeners sent to me, and I was like, girl, what the helly?
You said a man is not a necessity, a man is a luxury.
Like dessert. Yeah. A man is absolutely not a necessity.
Did you mean that to sound mean and bitter?
Oh, not at all. I adore dessert. I love men. I think men are the coolest. But you don't really need them to live.
Okay, so this week's weird sex. So a girl wrote in saying she was dating this man who was very into natural healing. Like, he believed coconut oil could cure heartbreak and tea tree oil could fix generational trauma. You know, like kind of like the Hotepi type is what I got in our back and forth. And she's just like, he always had an oil, a serum, or something that came from the earth that he felt like would really cure things, but on its own. And so that's...
Did it?
No. He was just doing weird shit. Okay, so one night, but before she realized everything was just weird, you know, sometimes you still got to test those waters. You don't know until you know. So one night, they're getting spicy, candles lit, music playing, very Erykah Badu meets I'm about to risk it all. Okay, that's how she was feeling. Now, he decides he wants to anoint her body with essential oils to open up her sacral chakra.
Grease me up, baby. I love getting greased up.
No, I do like that part, the greasing up part. You want to be shining and glistening in that midnight.
Not with baby oil.
Well, no, not baby oil, but just
oil.
some sort of body oil. I like a good rose oil. It makes me feel like a lady.
It does. Baby oil, I feel like baby poop.
Oh, okay. So anyway, it was cute until he grabbed the wrong bottle. So instead of lavender or coconut oil, he grabbed straight up peppermint oil. Now, that is, I don't want no mints going on my body down below. No tea tree, no nothing that might sting or have that little burn. Anyway, he drizzles it right down her inner thighs like it's Popeye's sweet heat hot sauce. Within seconds, she said her Hello Kitty felt like a York peppermint patty.
I love York peppermint patties.
But do you want your cootie cat?
No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it was feeling like that, but in a microwave. So I could only imagine like the intense burn. Anyway, she said she went from sexy moaning to speaking in full tongues, and he had the nerve to say, "That's just the toxins leaving your body."
Of course he did.
If you don't get your toxic ass up out of my hat. Sir, the toxins. My girl was doing the Holy Ghost scoot across the bed, trying to stop the burn. She ended up sitting on a bag of frozen peas. And she said she was calling poison control, but I know she was being a little dramatic, as we all can be. Calling poison control because she thought her labia was going to evaporate. I have been in a situation where something hurt. It didn't burn, but it hurt
Like
so
down there?
bad. And it's just like you don't even know what's happening. It's a brand new sensation, and you are just like, "What the do I do? You want to call 911?" I don't never call 911. I'm just like, if
You
this
just
is
laying on the bed naked with your legs open, trying to fan.
trying to put a little ice down there, like just you
And
can't
sometimes
blow
it makes
on
it worse, and then you're just like,
What do I do? And then you're so shamed. Like, there's been several times where I was almost a weird sex story myself. Anyway, the relationship did not continue, but her sinuses were clearer than ever after all of that.
oh, maybe it did work.
Work for what?
Her sinuses.
Just for her sinuses, but that's not what he was there for. He was not supposed to be there fixing the sinuses. Anyway, thank y'all for sending in the weird sex stories. A couple of y'all have been sending me stuff, and some of y'all really been going through it, and I appreciate you for sharing them with me so that I can share them on the show. Keep them coming. Just DM them to me or email them to me. My Instagram and email is in the description box of this episode.
I think that's so dope that our listeners will send us stuff, and sometimes like it feels like I know y'all, like you know what I mean.
Especially the people you communicate with kind of on a regular basis or a regular basis.
But I still be feeling bad when someone's like, "We be talking in DMs." I'll be like, "Oh,"
You know what?
because you can't see, like you don't
can't-
really know who you're talking to all the time.
And I've noticed that a lot of people will go to people's profiles and like look at the whole profile, and it says, I don't do that. I just see the name and I remember the name, but I might not even pay attention to the picture, and we're just chatting.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, girl, send me another DM so I know what's your username? And then it'll jog my memory over a picture. Sorry, y'all.
Speaking of just chatting, I think this was last week when I shared that I might be getting a little kitten. And I got so many good tips from our Black girls who have cats. And they were like,
What they say?
people were like, okay, I'm Black and I got a cat. And I don't let the cat on the counter. Some people do let the cat on the counter, but most people were like, I whoop the cat. One girl was like, if you got to teach the cat dominance, because cats will come into your life and they think that they own the house. So you got to hold the cat down to the floor, because it's a whole voice. And I said, I appreciate you, sis. She was telling me all the things. She was like, I hated cats, but my wife wanted a cat, so we got 2 cats. And I was like, oh, I ain't getting 2. And she said the way that you keep them off the counter is, she was like, from the jump when you get them, put tape upside down on every countertop. She was like, now it will traumatize them. The first time they do it, they're traumatized. She was like, and keep it up there for like a week. They ain't never gonna do it again. And I was like, really? And then I told another friend that. She was like, don't do it. It's gonna traumatize the cat. And I was like, I'm gonna have to traumatize the cat. Don't get up on these counters. But I got some good Black mama cat advice from the girls that have cats. And I was like, do people still eat your food? You know, I was like, and I really was asking the real question.
What did they say?
I don't actually know if I got answers. But I was like, do you, does your apartment stink? Does your house stink? And I'm not trying to be funny. I just really want to know. So everyone was like, if you get the normal kitty litter box, your house is going to stink. If you get the upgraded one, it's like $200 and it's an automatic cleaner. It will not stink.
Robotic kind. Mm-hmm.
And then one girl was like, well, if you're gonna have to get a little pad, because when they're in there, it still gets on their I don't know if I can do it. Like, I'm still kind of, I want something, Kiki. I am so lonely.
Oh.
I need a little animal. I thought about getting a guinea pig, and I was like,
A big old fat rat?
a little big old fat rat. And then I almost got a bunny rabbit. And then I was like,
What the hell?
I went to a jeweler, and next door to him was this man was selling bunnies. And I was like, I almost left with a
Where
chain.
you be at?
My life is absolutely wild.
Random things. You're at the jeweler and randomly somebody is selling bunnies and
Next
you're
door.
thinking about a pet. And it's just like, this might be a good idea.
Because I really miss Shy. I didn't think it was going to be like, I really am like, codependency is real, but there's like a piece of it that I just need. Like, yes, I'm not going to be dependent on a man, but like an animal, absolutely.
You want to babysit Whitley?
I would love to, but I don't think Whitley really me like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? She's always like running up to
I ain't
you and
seen her in a minute. She might every time she ain't seen me in a minute, she kind of does her little light prance and then she'd be like.
Honestly, I think that my girl, she's a little prejudiced, but not against black women. She loves us, so.
Who's she prejudiced against?
Others.
Okay. How's
and
she
she's
doing?
a flirt. Well, she's mad at me right now because I left her at home, and she was looking at me with her head cocked to the side. But I'm like, girl, sometimes you're gonna have to stay here. You're a big girl now. You be barking at me and trying to get buck like a teenager. So you want to be grown? Be grown. I'm not taking you down to Mr. J's house. You're gonna have to stay here by yourself. But I be worried about her, and I check the pet cube like every 20 minutes. Sometimes that's what I'm doing on my
You have a
iPad.
little love. I need a little love. But what have you been up to?
So I just recently got back from Texas. I went out there. I did not go for Thanksgiving. I stayed here, and I had a really good time. I'm glad I stayed. I was nervous, like a couple days before Thanksgiving, like, am I gonna regret this because I wasn't gonna be with my family? It was the right decision. I went to a Friendsgiving. I mean, I had been seeing them every other week. It's not like I hadn't just left town. But I went to a Friendsgiving at Lex's house. Beautiful home.
Isn't it beautiful?
Beautiful home.
I picked it.
We had a fabulous time over there. Gracious host. She gave us gifts. And I was like, oh, this is nice. Hot sauces and things. And there was a candle. Something about, she has like a scent in her home. All the candles are the same scent. So she gave us like a little baby one. And I was like, oh, that's a cute touch. I like that. Very classy.
Very classy. Oh, so I might have to steal that. Where'd she get it from?
I don't know.
Like she can put it in her own little bottle, or like the company that makes the candle makes mini ones.
I think the company makes mini ones. I don't think she was doing that because she was still doing other decorations, but she was already starting her Christmas decorations. She had a nutcracker, a giant nutcracker. He was bigger than me in there, but she said she was painting him black. He was just all white, but she was gonna paint him black after Thanksgiving.
So
I can't wait to see it.
Ass woman. If you would have seen what that home looked like,
I saw some
before
photos and videos.
Lex got her.
It's so different. It's a different place.
It's so different. It's a different place. I hadn't seen it. Before I went out of town, I stopped over Lex's place to give her a gift.
She told me a pie.
It was.
And where was mine?
Well, see, here's what happened. Now, me and my dad are learning how to do this. My dad sent me 7 pies. You were gonna get one. Ayana was gonna, but I'm so glad he sent extra because as the professional, my dad was a chef. He was like, some of these might get messed up, and I would hate. And that's exactly what happened. And I didn't want to give anybody a messed up, especially you. So you talk about me on YouTube, and then I'll be like, you know what? And my daddy made the pie. Anyways, I went over there to deliver a pie, and I was like, oh my gosh, this home is transformed. Like I was just like, you're an adult.
A real adult, because I said I was going to do some of those decorative things, and I still haven't, and I've been in my place for a long time. I went in that guest retreat, not a guest room, but a retreat. I was like, girl, don't be mad when I come knocking.
I said the same thing.
Okay, it's luxurious. At first I thought I was walking into her room had I not seen an Instagram preview. And then when I walked into her room, which is the size of my entire apartment, I was like, God damn, bitch, you got some square feet in here. I am very rich. That's just what I kept saying as I was walking around. And I was like, well, what don't you have? Because when I went to your registry, everything was bought except for like one vase. And I was like, I ain't getting you no damn vase. I got her an ice maker, but the ice maker accidentally shipped it to me and it was used. So I've got to redo it. And I was like, oh, hell no. You need a good ice maker anyway. So maybe for Christmas you'll have it.
Speaking of ice makers that you got, because y'all, Kiki got me an ice maker for my birthday. Did you use your head massage gift card that I got you?
I have booked my appointment.
Okay.
I need it before I go to Jamaica.
Okay,
so
please use it.
I'm
using your recap and tell. That was
next time we record, I should be able to give the recap because I am going Friday morning.
Okay.
And I can't wait to get this scalp scrub because it needs it. It's dirty. It's a dirty sandstorm up under this bun. We're in different seats, and I just feel really weird.
I do too.
I mean, I got my bun in. I didn't know we were going to be in different seats. My bun is not tight and slick like yours, but it's up here, and I hope it don't fall down and turn into tumbleweed.
Slick. Everything is
now,
slick.
why are we switched?
Because, okay, I wanted us to not say that we were switched. I wanted to see if the listeners noticed, but they do. They probably do. I wanted to see if it brought a different energy, but also I wanted to see if they noticed. I just wanted to see, like, do y'all be paying attention? And then how many people actually watch the episodes?
Well, it's been 15 minutes. They should have noticed by now.
Okay.
If you didn't notice, chime in below. If you did notice, I hope you already chimed in. Like, what the hell is going on with the helly? Speaking of broken pies, I brought Sandra a sweet potato pie.
A homemade.
Yes.
Okay.
Not no patty pie. This was a Kiki pie.
Patty. Okay.
And I brought my pie over to Lexus. Now, I know the bitches be trying to be fine, but I'm like, just today, can y'all big back it up with me, please?
Did y'all?
Yes,
Okay.
we did. But they were taking skinny pieces. And I was just like, y'all really committed. That's so beautiful to see. But it's not even real Thanksgiving. Just anyway, bring the pie. So I went to Texas the weekend after Thanksgiving. I went Friday to Tuesday, I think. And she was having a gender reveal over the weekend. I'm excited. It's a girl. I was right.
Did they do a normal gender reveal, or was it like one of them crazy ones where it's like the forest might catch on fire?
The forest? No, it was, but it was in theme. And it was like a rodeo theme. So it's like, are they having a cowboy or a cowgirl? I got to wear one of my backup outfits from Cowboy Carter. Everybody was dressed up. It was a good time. And they know how to party. They know how to have a good time for everybody. They had a bunch of stuff for the kids. And then
Was there alcohol?
Of course there was.
Okay,
There was a
sure.
bar and a bartender, and they had signature drinks. Of course, she could make a few little things. They bought way too much alcohol. I helped them with drinking it, but I didn't drink it all. And then me and a couple of the girls and most of the guys, we went out afterwards, and I was like, Sandra, Soraya, I'll see y'all in the morning. Because y'all are the mamas, and I gotta go out with the single
Mamas.
people and your husband. So we're all gonna go out and have a good time tonight. I didn't want to go to sleep, but I brought my sweet potato pie there, and I carried it with me on the plane.
Oh, we're really adults. That baby made a pie and traveled with it. My ex is calling me.
Ooh, I know you fucking lying. Okay. Well, jingle bells, jingle bells.
Jingle all the way away from me.
Anyways, I ordered a traveling thing because I need to build up my traveling stuff for food things because I am grown,
adorable,
right?
Kiki.
And I was just like, oh, I found these cute things. Cancel my order. I was upset. Amazon. Anyway, I just had to take it old school with foil and put it in like a harder pie pan.
And
like,
TSA, it wasn't a problem?
yeah, it's not a problem because it's solid.
Okay.
So FYI, you can bring your food. I used to bring my turkey leg hut back from Houston when I was going up there every day. But yeah, you can bring food through there. It's the liquids. Anyway, some of the crust got a little jammed. And then my girl Margot, their baby girl that they already have, she was trying to help, and little ditch in the foil caused and I was just like, So then somebody sits it out with the rest of the desserts, and I was just like, who did this? This looks awful. So I had to improvise. So I made a deconstructed sweet potato pie with a scoop of Bluebell ice cream on it, and I just had to pass it out. So when your pies travel and they come out fucked up, all you got to do is cut it. So I cut it into squares. We had the little clear dessert cups. So I just took, with gloves, took the little pieces, I cut it into tiny squares, and so it's just like little cubes of pie, and then a small scoop of ice cream with a small little spoon, and I made them eat it, especially the men.
That is very cute.
And they loved it, and it turned out great. I hate that they didn't just get a whole pie, but there was so much food.
I love that because you know that's how it's supposed to be during the holidays. Speaking of pie, just one more pie story. So
I love me some pie.
I love pie. I love pie. My favorite is apple pie.
That's what I was just about to ask.
I love, and my dad makes the best apple
Sweet
pie.
potato is mine. It's just like, oh my God.
It's so good. Okay, so
Whoever came up with that ate.
I can't make pie. One time I tried to make pie, and I was traumatized by how my dad laughed at me, and it was really bad. And so I just never made it again. But my dad makes everything really well, and so he shipped me one bean pie that I was going to give to Lex, but my dad is such a perfectionist. He was like, if you were gonna make content out of this, this is not my best pie. And I was like, he was really
He's
about to have
proud
an
of
anxiety.
his pies, and he don't
It
want you
was
showing no
perfect.
mess.
Like it was literally. I was like, okay, Dad.
I feel him.
So he made me a mixture, honey carrot pies and then one bean pie. So I made these very cute little labels. I got to get better with them. I'm really getting better with Canva.
Did you do it with a Cricut?
No, I made it on Canva, and then I kind of asked ChatGPT to clean it up for me, and then I added my logo on it. And then
you just ordered it.
And then I ordered it, and it was stickers. And my dad sent me containers, and then I put the sticker on the container, and it had a message to each of my clients, their name, and then a special message like, thank you for choosing me with one of the biggest decisions most expensive decisions you might ever make in life. And so I spent a day hand delivering the pie. So first stop was Lex. Second stop was another one of my clients. And it was just such a good hands-on touch because people were really like, first of all, people love pie. Second of all, it was just a surprise. And then third of all, I went to one of my clients who is in a very nice building in Atlanta. And I talk to the concierge and I'm like, if she's here, I'm going to run up and surprise her with it. If she's not here, I'm going to leave this here with you because I'm going out of town and this is my day to deliver pies. And I had on my little cute Amish girl dress. Well, I was looking really cute and I was walking around with my pies.
I was not expecting you to say that.
It was so cute. So she's like, oh, she's here. So I was like, can you buzz me up on the elevator? So I go to the elevator and this man walks out of the elevator. He's tall. I don't even like tall men no more. Fine. Perfect teeth. I couldn't really see all his teeth and I'd be getting nervous about them side teeth. But I saw him and he saw me and there was like this energy that like we felt. And I was like, I'm a lady now. And so I get in the elevator. He's still looking at me and I'm looking at him like, you gonna say something? But I didn't say that. And he dips back and he's like, I think you dropped something. I didn't drop anything. And I was like,
he had to come up with something.
He had to come up with something. He's smiling. He was extremely tall. And he was like, what's your name? And the door is closing. It's like a movie. And I'm like, Medina. And then the door closes and I go up to like the top floor. I get off and I'm like, he was really fine. I go, I'm like, Maya, take the pie. I'm so sorry I was going to stay and catch up with you. Happy Thanksgiving. It's a honey carrot pie. Ingredients is on the label. I gotta go. And she was like, why are you going? I was like, it was a fine man downstairs and I gotta go. She's like, go. I go downstairs. I go downstairs, y'all. I'm like pushing the elevator and it's like on like the 40th floor. So I'm like, wait, I'm like, come on. Get on the elevator. This lady's like, were you delivering pies? I'd like to order one. I was like, ma'am, I'm trying to meet a man.
Okay.
I go downstairs.
For your damn pies.
Girl, the elevator opens and I go to I'm like, of course he was waiting on me. Of course he wasn't. And I was like, man. And then the concierge comes out. I'm walking out the door. She's like, excuse me. Can you wait here real quick? And I was like, yes. I thought she was going to say something about how I had parked.
I'm thinking she's going to say something about the man. He left a message.
And he did. I didn't think that. I was like, dang, I'm probably going to get a ticket. And so, girl, she came back out. She was like, did you see that man? And I was like, the tall, fine one? And she was like, yeah. She was like, he asked me to ask you, could you call him? And I was like, ooh. Like right now? And she was like, he wanted me to give you his number. I was like, what's his name? She told me his name. She said, this is his name, but everybody calls him this. I said, well, wait a minute. Does he have a wife?
That was going to be my next question.
That looks like it. And she was like, because I said, everybody has to check in through here. She was like, yeah. I said, okay, does he? She's like, no. And I said, does he have a girlfriend? And she was like, no. I said, does he have a lot of traffic coming in and out here? She said, he doesn't. And I was like,
did he pay you to tell me this?
Right. I said, because if he does, I don't need his number. I'm not even about to play. And I was like, you see this necklace? Like, don't play with me. I'm trying to be healed and healing.
What's your necklace say?
Healer.
Oh, I can't see it. Okay.
And so she was like, no. And so she gives me his number and I walk outside, bitch. I call him right away. He didn't pick up. I called him again. And
wait a minute. Now, wait a minute.
He picks up. He's like, hey. And I was like, this is Medina. He was like, oh, I know. And I was like, hi. And he was like, come across the street and have lunch with me. And I was like, I can't, I'm delivering pies. He was like, are you a baker? And I was like, no, I'm a real estate agent. And I'm delivering my clients pies because I want them to buy more houses with me and tell their friends to buy houses with me. And he was like,
you want to buy a house?
Right. I was like, you want to buy something? I said, I got to go by the airport and deliver one. Ooh. And so I was like, I'm not done with my deliveries yet. And he said, well, I would love to take you on a date. And I said, well, can you read?
He probably read your name when you called on the caller ID.
Yeah, I said, do you read books? He said, I don't like reading books. I said, well, how about this? A lot of people don't like reading books. He said, I don't like reading books. And then I hear him like taking pictures with people. And I'm like, what's happening? He's like,
he's famous.
And I was like, oh, he's not an athlete. But I was like, what's happening? And he was like, I got to take pictures with these people. Okay, he's like, just come up here.
I didn't. Bald head.
Does he have a bald head? I can't remember. But he goes, So I said, well, how about this? We were talking on the phone while I was going to my next delivery. And it was such good vibes and good energy. We were cracking jokes. I'm cracking jokes. He was like, can I tell you something before we get off the phone? I said, yeah. He said, I was really attracted to how you were so covered up. And he was like, I had an Amish dress on. I had that Amish dress on. And
I need to see the Amish dress because when I picture Amish, I know you was not walking around like what I'm picturing.
It's like a little Amish. It's funny because when I went, if y'all watched the episode of me on Jessie Woo's podcast, I wore that dress, and she was like, "Why do you have this Handmaid's Tale dress on?" And I was like, "Cause I like the dress." And so he was like, it's really weird because you always hear people saying like, like don't show the man everything. And he was like, I can't. He was like, I really saw you're covered from your neck to your ankles. And I was like, yeah. And so anyways, he was really great. Our first date is going to be us going to the library, and I'm gonna read to him, and it'll be interesting, and we'll see how this goes. But it was just fun and refreshing the way that we met. And he told me, he said. I said, well, why didn't you just like ask for my phone number? He was like, well, I know that I'm really large, and I didn't want to I didn't want you to be scared. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was like, I just know that sometimes men be doing too much with women, and I didn't want to get on the elevator, and then it was just like, now it's awkward because this big just got on the elevator with you to get your number. Now we got to ride up together.
You seeing where I'm going?
I said, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
He said, but I did ask the concierge, was you going to see a man? And I said, and I asked, were you married?
And what he say?
He was like, I'm not married, but like I do got like a little situation, but I'm about to cut it off. And I was like, but a situation like your girlfriend? He was like, it's not my girlfriend, but like, I just been talking to somebody. And I was like, we're probably not gonna talk, but it was really cool. He was really cool, and he'll probably be a great friend. I don't like tall men.
What?
It's too much. They have
major downfall.
I know. I need a short
to
king.
The build up.
I need a short average king. Yeah, because the tall men, it's like
short or average, because that's different.
A little bit of both. I want a little bit of both. Like,
you want two different ones, or what is short
like just
average to you?
In this next dating phase for me, like I can do a little bit of both. Like if you're average, cool. If you're short, not shorter than me, but like as long like
because if I picture short, I would think shorter than you.
I'm thinking like 5'9". I'm fine. Women think that's short.
Okay, that is what I would put more so on the upper end, like average. Almost tall, not quite.
The point that I'm saying is height really don't matter.
Well, I was.
But if you're tall, I think
both.
I'm good. It's just they have too much attention. And there's this book that I read, and it talked about tall men specifically, and how it talked about hippie women and tall men, and how naturally your in your psyche they get a lot of attention because people want to breed with them because you have good genes. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'm not dealing with this. You remember 6 Day Bay? Nope, I'm good. I learned my lessons. Nope. And I told him that.
You told this new man
I told that new man that. He was like, what? And I was like, yep. Like, nope.
So what do you do on a library date?
So this is what we're going to do. I've never done it before.
Oh, okay.
There are 5 Black-owned libraries in Atlanta, and they all look really cool. They've been going around Instagram lately. They look really cool. One of them has a bar.
Black-owned libraries or bookstores?
Bookstores. My bad.
Okay, because I'm like, how the...
Bookstores.
Okay.
And there's one called the Vibrary that I really want to go to. It has a little bar in it. Have you been?
Yeah, no, I haven't been. It's on my list.
It's so cute.
I want to do like a book club thing there.
It's so cute.
It's in Decatur, I think, right?
It's Stone Mountain. That's why I ain't been yet, because I'm like, I'm gonna go though. So Vibrary.
I know all that.
I already know what book I'm gonna read to him. And he was like, this is actually going to be really sexy. And I was like, I know it is. And then he'll get a book, like we'll both pick books out, and then like we'll read them to each other. And I really do want to see, like, can you read? How do you read? I'm just focusing on different things this time.
Well, shout out to that. Nothing wrong with trying something new and different. I've never done a library date, but that's interesting. I do ask, though, about reading. Do you read? What kind of books do you read?
Yeah.
What do you like? What do you do in your free time that doesn't involve going out, like in your time when you're alone at home, or even when you're just alone and you're going somewhere? Is everything a restaurant, a bar, a club or party, or something super social?
And with you saying that, I want to be clear on this, because I feel like sometimes people love to take things the wrong way. I feel the same way as you. Like, what do you do in your free time? And there are certain things that just won't mix with me now. And it's not a judgment, though. It's just like a preference. And that's okay, y'all. Like, sometimes I feel like people feel so attacked. Like, well, I do it. Continue to do it.
We're not a match. I feel like everybody... Like, when I'm talking about what I want for my life and what I'm attracted to or I'm unattracted by, it's like, these are my specific preferences. If you like it, go for it.
Yeah.
I won't even say if you like it, I love it, because I probably don't. Sometimes it's fine, but sometimes I'm just like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, I like to ask those questions, and it's not always like an end all be all, but I think that those are things that help you better understand people, and you'll get a little bit deeper with them than like some of the more basic things that people ask. Or like, I can't tell you how many times I've been out somewhere and people just start talking about going out, even when I'm out of town. Like, I was talking to this guy, I don't even know who he was, but he was at the baby shower and we were chit-chatting, and he was talking to me about going out in Atlanta and what it's like. And it wasn't like a flirtatious thing. We were just having a conversation, waiting for our drinks. And I was just like, I know I live in Atlanta, and I know too many is Sodom and Gomorrah, but it's also like, hey, there's more to do here. And then when I was on a plane one time, I met a couple. They live somewhere very far south, Peachtree something.
Peachtree Corners?
Which one is north and which one is south? There's like Peachtree City and Peachtree Corners.
I think Peachtree Cities is south and Peachtree Corners is north.
Peachtree City is where they were. And they were like, where do you live? I said, Buckhead. And they were like, ooh, the ghetto. And I was like, well, okay, let's back up.
I did get robbed at gunpoint.
Well, you did. But I was like, Buckhead is pretty big. And I think when people think about Buckhead, they think about where all the shopping is.
Lenox and Phipps.
Yes, but there's so many other areas. And I saw a girl on Threads the other day, and she was talking about it. And she was like, Lindbergh, Phipps, Lenox, and all the places where there's a ton of apartments. That's not all that there is to Buckhead. There's plenty of homes, and all of that Rudy Poot isn't going on. Anyway.
A rooty toot toot and rumpa pum pum. You know that song?
What? I don't know nothing that starts with
the
Rudy
Jackson 5 Rudolph.
I do like Rumpa Pum Pum.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
And I
Rooty
like
toot toot.
Little Drummer Boy.
I love him.
Little Drummer Boy is my favorite. I don't care who performs it. But anyway, I forgot what I was saying.
Going out, Buckhead is big.
Oh yeah, people are always talking about like all of these bad experiences here, and I'm like, there are a shit ton. Don't get me wrong, but everything isn't bad. And I always tell people who have heard negative things, I'm like, at the end of the day, I always say this, I have lived here longer than I've lived anywhere in my entire life. And this is what is home to me now. We're not going to get disrespectful now. Because if I start talking about Mississippi and Alabama, y'all, and Florida, y'all be getting so mad like we not all watching the same news.
Well, I just want to say, when I was driving to Oklahoma City and we went through Mississippi and was going to stop and get gas, I said, no.
I always drive fast through
not.
Mississippi, and I ain't drove through there. And
let me fill up before.
Just the fumes. You fill up in Alabama or you fill up in Louisiana. We going to make it over that bridge and get to Vicksburg.
Because now
period.
There's a lot going on.
It's just like ghosts and bad vibes up in there. I just don't feel safe.
I will say though, so Buckhead ghetto, okay, cool, but I still do like where I live. But also, I've been spending more time on the south side and on the west side, just like exploring a little bit more.
Now the west side, I love.
There are some
people shit on that too, and I love it. And
just be
the west side and the east side. Sometimes I'm like, people be saying, "Oh, it's ghetto," and I'm just like, well. Am I just acclimated to certain things that you're like? What's making it ghetto? What pisses me off?
It be black, and that's
that
what,
part.
Me being
that's
in
what
real
I
estate
don't
now,
like.
I really see like people.
People
have a lot of bad things to say about Cascade, and then it kind of started rubbing off.
Be nice.
There are mansions on Cascade.
Know. I went to a few parties over there, and I was like, "Oh, y'all living good."
Yeah, and I've been educating new buyers because everybody wants to be, over here on the north side. When first of all, quite frankly, your approval letter is not saying that's where you're gonna be.
Oh no, you didn't.
Yeah, girl, and it gets to the point because you gotta start putting people. It's like you talking about you don't want to be over here. This where you gonna be? Like I don't really know what you're saying, and so
or you're not gonna be buying and stop calling me.
And you're not gonna be buying or stop calling me. But what I've been doing is like educating people. Like when people say they want to build wealth through real estate, that doesn't mean you're just buying a house. Like what it mean? Because you could buy a place in Buckhead, but you're not really building with that. But if you go over to the south side, you go over to the west side, like you might have to wait for the neighborhood to be built, but that's building wealth. And you know what I mean? It's like I've been spending so much time over there. I went to my thing is coffee shops, y'all. I love coffee shops.
When the coffee shops start popping up a lot and they last, good sign.
I love a good like Nook coffee shop. And there was a place, I was showing a home over off of Cascade the other day. And I said I had some work to get done. I was like, let me find a coffee shop. It's called Cafe Bartique.
Yes.
Have you been?
Yes.
It's
so cute.
So cute. But not only was it cute, there's a guy that I like, and I don't have time to hang out. So I was like, you want to come here and just work? Like, bring your computer. I can't really be talking and like doing stuff. He was
But
like,
if you want to be by me,
yeah,
and feel my vibe.
and I also kind of want. That's another way to test somebody. I just want to see, can you do it? Like, and
That's
he did.
important.
Yeah, he did, and I was like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I really am working, so it's not. Don't even sit next to me. Like, sit across, like at the other table.
Oh, okay.
So we can
Wait.
focus. I needed to focus, but I
Just
wanted to
look
see
up
him.
and smile at each other.
Not even smile. I just wanted to look up and see. Be like, you really can't. So I was sitting there and I went to go talk to
The shit people do. That is funny. I'm sorry, but I feel you.
So I go to talk to the girl and I was looking at like the things that were posted with activities. They had a survival kit packing class. I thought that was so dope. I've been wanting to do that. Like, what do you need in your house to survive if the fucking zombies come?
Do you have a Costco membership?
No, but I think I'm about to get one.
I have one. You want to go one day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you add me on it?
I don't know if I can add anybody else. Me and Sean share it, but we can go together and you just
Okay, I need to get a little couple cases.
because they have all this stuff. She didn't do the class, but she got all that survival shit.
I need to do the
That's
class
what made
because
me
I
think
was
about
like,
it.
they talk about all these things you need. I'm like, I got a bottle of
What
Prosecco
you
and
need?
one blanket. Like, how am I gonna be okay? It's just like you need to have
She said I need a
oxygen.
mat.
You need to
Yeah.
have a gallon of water per person that's in the house. I mean, 3 gallons. You need to have a generator. You need to have
And you
towels, like extra towels that you don't use, extra blankets that you just don't. Not that you're pulling them out. You just don't. These are extra. You need
in
to
the
have
kit.
like enough.
Do you
to,
have the? Did they tell you the straw?
I had some of these things, but I don't left them at.
No, but did they tell you about them?
Yes,
Them life straws.
It's all these things, and it's just like, wow, you need to be prepared. And so flashlights, like, you know what I mean? It's like if you really do, even if you have a man, if you don't have a man, you need. Is your man prepared? And if he's not, that's so unattractive. Anyways, I'm not trying to start no arguments. Second of all, so that was one of the
It
events.
is because what we gonna do, Luther?
Malcolm.
What are we doing? He turned around.
So
Now, if your name is Earl, you better have that fucking kit and some gasolina ready to go to fire up your pickup truck.
I'm not gonna lie. I have met like men who have money where like that type of stuff they don't have, and to
They don't
me,
think about
it's
it.
like.
They're just like, oh, it's always, I can pay somebody to do XYZ. No, the fuck you can't is Doomsday. I didn't, what's that show with the zombies?
Walking Dead.
Yeah, I didn't watch that shit.
Who
but
didn't
I
watch Walking Dead?
watched a few episodes. I watched To Check Out Your Old Boo. And that was as far as it went. I was just like, I went to IMDb to see which episodes, and I was like, I'll just watch this.
Wow. Okay.
I couldn't get into it, but that was many, many moons ago. And now I'm totally into the end of the world, the aliens, everything.
You gotta
I've
give it
been
a
on
shot.
a deep dive on TikTok.
But really quick, Cafe Bartique, they had another event. She said, we have a girl that comes in, she teaches Spanish. However, it's speed dating. And the Spanish that she's teaching is so you can talk to each other, but you have to talk in Spanish. I said, oh,
What
sign-
is that? I was just telling you
I'm
about
gonna
my
look at the
Spanish.
website. She was like, I don't remember what day it is, but she was like, go to the Instagram.
Library.
It's Cafe Bartique.
Oh, no. We're
And
talking about
this
the coffee
is
shop.
off of Cascade.
Okay.
Girl, I was there for like 4 hours just getting shit done. It was such a vibe. I loved it. I don't know what brought us here to this conversation, but
I was asking about your library date, and we were just talking about trying different things and learning about people. Not the same on what's your favorite color.
learn about people. And if you're still on what's the favorite color, cool, but like go a little deeper.
Mm-hmm. Nothing wrong with that. I challenge y'all to do that. Like, think about our Patreon lives when we've talked to different people and they tell us about their dating woes. And it was like almost every single time we asked them more questions like, well, what did y'all talk about before? What was this? It was like crickets. So sometimes if you think you're having a hard time connecting with somebody, or you feel like somebody doesn't know you well, you don't know them well, or y'all are just doing the same old things, maybe challenge yourself to initiate conversation talking about different things that aren't like where your next date will be, just like your life.
Your life. And it's interesting that we're talking about this because this had nothing to do with the topic, but I went on Brie Renee's show that I can't remember when, but the episode came out last week. I can't remember the name of the show because I just can't. I'm sorry, y'all. But there was a clip. I'm gonna play a piece of it because I thought this was really interesting to hear what some of the people had to say about communication, and we're gonna read some of the comments, just like some of the people have to say, "Do you have a little poot?"
No, that was mine.
Oh, it would have
Arm
been
on
wild if
here.
you did just poot. So,
It would be funky. Let me tell you, I had a lot of broccoli.
that's good though. When people's farts be funky, there's a difference in the funk. It's like really unhealthy funk, like
This
trash
is a
funk, and
tight
then there's like a
room. That would be so nasty and so rude. I would not do you. I would have abruptly gotten up and went out.
Okay,
in the
so
hall for the
y'all
nakeds.
listen to this really quick, and then I'm going to read you what several men and women had to say about this, and I thought it was very interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
It's been a little over a year. And I've been going on dates with the men, and I'm about to go back in hibernation because I'm just like, okay. I had a man tell me that I communicate too well.
How is that a thing? Like, isn't that?
I was like, that's good, right? He was like, yeah, I just don't be communicating like that. And I was like, but you should. The whole point of dating is so that
We can
get to know each other.
Right.
To really know if we want to keep creating time and space for each other. And so I'm going to ask questions that have to do with that. Do you like dogs, nigga?
Right.
Do you like going outside? I asked somebody, what podcast do you like to listen to? Because he said he listened to podcasts. He goes, I don't know. Do you listen or are you what are we talking?
He
And
was
now I'm
scrolling
getting mad and
Instagram.
I'm like,
Yeah, now I'm irritated.
Kiki, those are simple questions. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, especially if I say, "Oh, I like TV shows." Well, what TV shows do you like? Oh, the fuck?
This should really be studied. I went through and I was like, dating is interesting because y'all, I look at it differently now. It's like I don't have a lot of time, and I'm not saying that as a flex. So if it's like we're gonna hang out together,
You want it to be worth it.
I do, and like the time spent,
You don't get it back.
you don't get it back. And like I have quite literally cut something out to make. I never knew that being a real estate agent was like, I feel like a drug dealer. I always have to pick up the phone even if it says
work.
scam likely. I gotta pick it up because it might not actually. Sometimes when I call people, it says scam likely. I think just because I have a Muslim name. Because I'm like, why is it showing up like that? And so I was just like, and so it's like I'm still making space for myself, but also it's like no longer are the days where it's like it's just like we're just going out and we didn't have a good time and I'm just gonna keep not having it. And a good time now means, are we getting to know each other? Like, you know what I mean?
I do.
If you
It's
don't like
frustrating.
somebody who talks a lot, it's no judgment. I'm probably not somebody you want to be hanging around. I talk and I ask questions. These comments specifically, I'm not just ragging on the men, but I was like, this is wild. There was a man. There was a man that said, well, you're probably moving way too fast. What?
By asking what podcasts you like.
And do you
when
like
said
dogs?
you like podcasts.
Kiki-
I like dogs. Do you? That's moving too fast. What the fuck am I supposed to say? Do you
Then
want a shot of
another-
Hennessy or tequila? Is that all that's appropriate?
Mr. QDog_IT
hell no.
said, I think there's a healthy line between being inquisitive and just flat out being nosy. You're being nosy.
I'm sorry.
I had to
Did
go.
you play the whole clip for us?
I
just
played
wanna
the
make
whole
sure.
clip for y'all.
Okay, I thought so.
And you know I can go deep. That's not.
Yeah, because you could have been nosy, but that clip wasn't giving nosy at all. Those are like baseline questions, right?
That's not even baseline. That's just like, oh, okay, I see that.
It's like
You
I would
don't-
ask a stranger.
And even do you like dogs? To me, that's an important question because I am a dog person. I wouldn't be with someone unless God just is like, this is gonna be your man, but he's not gonna do that to me. If I got with someone, they're like, I hate dogs, you can never have a dog, and if you have a dog, it's only gonna be a working dog, and he's gonna be in the yard.
Working on what? Do we live in
Are we in
Alaska?
the 1960s?
A shepherd dog?
And he's
my
a
dog
shepherd.
Jesus?
That baby's hungry. I'm gonna make him a little chicken. I said, okay. Let me y'all. This isn't done. So okay, another man said women have to stop trying to, and men really be thinking they sound like this makes sense. Women have to stop trying to make men act like women. Y'all, I didn't say do you cook? Do you do your own dishes? Y'all,
What tampons do you use? Because sometimes that's the real motherfucking question I want to ask them.
y'all want men to be vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
When we really aren't supposed to be. The definition of vulnerability is letting your guards down. No, it's not. That's not the definition of vulnerability. Y'all, we have ChatGPT. Put the comment in ChatGPT first and say, does this make sense? Even the Bible says to guard your heart at all times. You should want a man to be transparent with you, and when he decides to be vulnerable, protect that space and understand that he really must trust you to do so.
You know what?
What did I say? That was...
Let me tell you something, and everybody listening, this is for everybody. I need y'all to turn the volume up. Remember, I've said this before, and people got mad. I'm going to say it again, so sorry in advance if this upsets you, but it's the God's honest truth. Remember being in school, if you went to public school. I don't know what they did with the others. And they had that other wing of the school, or maybe a trailer, or like other rooms for other students who needed additional attention. And some people were in your regular classes with you, and then they didn't have to go with the other kids all the time, but every now and again they did have to go. Remember, once we left school, whether we graduated or we just was done, got too old, whatever the case may be, parents left us to fend for ourselves, whatever happened, we all got released into the world as adults on our own, and we don't have to wear name tags. We don't have lanyards. We don't have IDs. We don't have labels. When people say shit like that, I know where you sat in school. I know how long your bus was, and I know that you had lunch at 10 a.m. This is no shade to people who have to go through that, but sometimes y'all be saying shit that's just, it's not making sense.
You
argued about men being vulnerable and women wanting men to be women, but then you're talking about how you've got to protect your heart and you've got to do all of these things. Nobody's asking you for your deepest, darkest secrets. These are get to know you questions that you can ask somebody, anybody, in the beginning. If it's too much for you, hey, you need to just let people know when you try to date that I don't really like to talk. I don't like to share anything about me. And I would really like for you to just let me put my pecker in you when I feel like it, because that's really where you're at.
That's where you're at. Mr. TOA1223 said, you're going to be single forever.
And just like you, where can I get my membership card, bitch? That's what I would ask him. Because when people start doing shit like that, now I want to be mean, and I don't want to be mean. Sometimes.
Somebody said,
it's not Halloween.
This one was really interesting to me. The Field Factor. This is his name, the Field Factor. And I was like, somebody had children with you. This is you got to take this more seriously. This man said, why you can't just let the vibes vibe, asking if he liked dogs. So,
well, the vibe was vibing, and I wanted to know where it was going. And I didn't like it, so now I'm talking shit.
But I don't even always respond, but I had to, because sometimes you got to get people. I said, letting vibes isn't really my vibe. Time and space is more than vibes at a certain point in age. I know so many people who vibed, and now they have kids with someone you didn't want kids with. So let's go a little deeper than a vibe, King. That's just my thought process. You don't have to go by that.
Very nice to call him a king.
Going off of vibes?
And I'm just like, okay, when people say that, I hear a lot of people say that, mostly younger people. So I give them a little space. You're young, you're living and you're learning, you're trying to figure it out. Maybe you don't know how to use your words well. You can, if you're emotionally mature and like what I would consider a real adult, and you're talking about vibes, I can understand what you mean. The others, I don't know, but that is a part of feeling the vibe. Okay, I like this person. The energy feels good. Let me find out more about you. I would like to share more about me. I'm interested. That's the vibe that I feel on a date, where it makes me talk. It makes me ask questions. It makes me just wonder and want to know more about you. And that's dating, essentially. Like, you're getting to know each other. You're spending time together and figuring out during this dating process, are we aligned? How can our lives fit together? Are they complementary? Are they not? Are you sparking something in me? That's what I really like. When you spark something in me, you ask me a question, and I've never thought about that. And maybe I don't have an answer, but at this point in life, I'm okay with saying, you know what? I've actually never thought about that. I don't have an answer, but I'm going to think about it. And when I call you tomorrow, let's talk about it because I really want to think on this. Tell me your thoughts. And it's just like you can get deeper and learn something because I like learning all the time, especially from somebody that I'm dating. I don't need you to match me. I just need you to compliment me and sometimes supplement me where I'm not great. And you can teach me things. I can teach you things. We can expose each other to other things. And people act like as if you asking simple questions like you did is a problem. That's not a problem.
I honestly, I don't require much. I want you to have your teeth and I want you to be yourself. And I think to me, I'm starting to see like, I'm myself. What you see is quite literally what you get. You're going to see weave. You're going to see not weave. You're going to see filler. You're going to see not filler. You're going to see makeup. You're going to see annoying. You're going to see talking. I'm not going to sit down and act like I don't talk when I talk. Somebody said, I totally agree with her. This is a man. And still, I'm not even trying to drag him, but this still makes no sense. Do you listen?
Starting off good.
Things should go for the women. This kind of thing should go for the women's side too. A guy would be calling and a guy like me would be calling and texting trying to get to know you and the woman won't reply back for another 3 days. And when she applied back, she act like nothing happened. She doesn't like you. Like
she doesn't like you. She's busy. She didn't see it. You're not number one on the totem pole. I'm sorry to break it to you.
But
get over it.
That's not what was being taught.
And you're not dating women, so why would you even be addressing what women should do? You never said in the clip that you wouldn't respond had the guy been asking you these questions through text. And some of y'all motherfuckers need to pick up the goddamn phone, whether it's a phone call, regular, or FaceTime, or something.
This is the last one, I promise y'all. This is there's hundreds of comments, and it's a bunch of women saying what their experience has been with communicating with men on very basic level. You ask them one question, they're like, "This is an interview," and it's like, what do you want to do? Why do you want me to be here? This man, the cipher, said a lot of women try to turn the over 6 foot cool guy into the husband. So you try to force that fine man into being an effective communicator, an emotional, intelligent man. Ladies, you also cannot turn a 304 into a, What are we talking about?
What?
Are we okay?
No. No. I'm confusion. I already be getting a little confused with some of the new terms. I know what a 304 is. He's calling the man a 304? Or the woman? I'm confused.
It just keeps turning back into like, y'all are hoes.
It's like, and sometimes...
and someone else said this is another surprising conversation about the inactions of males. And I'm like,
get off the channel, motherfucker. That's what I be wanting to say to people. I'm sorry. Let it jump out. But sometimes it's just like, go away from this content. You do not have to consume. You do not have to watch. Go sit with the rest of the incels and enjoy talking shit about women and jacking your dicks. Because that's what you're doing. Some people are really curious about where they're going wrong, and these conversations can be helpful.
And I'm people. I'm like, I want to be aware.
I meant the men that are confused, that can listen and just take it. Oh, I did that. I didn't realize that. And you're just sharing your experience. Why we gotta start name calling?
That's what I'm just like, wow, y'all really got kids with people. Like, that's the part that I look at. It's like, if people would show up and be themselves, like, be yourself. What is the date that you like to do? Who are you? Because I'm starting to realize you just get with people and everybody. And I'm saying this too, like, I'm trying it a different way. Who are you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. It's important. I don't know who I was talking to. I don't think it was y'all. But I was talking to somebody and I was talking to somebody about what it's like being in your 30s. And I joke. Right now it's a joke. Who knows what I might revert back to. But for a while it wasn't a joke. When I didn't want to talk about my age and all of the the hangups I had about it in my mind, and then I finally got over it. So now it's just a running joke. I know I'm 37 and I'm okay with that now. I'm comfortable with it. So I just like to play. I be playing y'all sometimes, even when I sound serious. But I think that sometimes people just have these ideas of how they are, how they want their lives, and they have a hard time grasping reality. I've been there. And sometimes you gotta grasp reality and like face yourself, face the other people, and do what you have to do better and move forward in your life. You can't be on the internet forever talking shit about people, complaining about how people are dating, how people are handling their relationships, when really you're just unhappy. And you've got to figure out what you want for yourself. What works for you won't work for everybody, and find your person. Stop trying to make everybody conform to what you want. You don't need everybody. It's crazy to me. And I think that, no, everybody's not okay.
Yeah.
People need help.
People need help. And ladies and
I hope y'all
gentlemen,
get it. Yeah, everybody.
You got to be honest
Because
out
I see
here.
the women saying it too, but I'm not getting on y'all because girl power.
Girl
Well, that was
power.
black power, but girl power, whatever that is. What is a girl power symbol? Does anybody know, ladies?
Well,
I mean, we all just do this and stick out our tongues.
maybe it's like,
we don't know. Can somebody tell us? Can y'all tell us in emojis? Yeah.
girl
Beep,
power.
fake laugh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's Medina's post.
I love that little pose.
That's a good one. Yeah, it always looks cute for you.
I love it. I just
Collarbones popped.
Oh,
Teeth.
Oh, let me tell you something. I recently
Yeah,
went
show 'em
to
off,
my
girl.
girl. I went to Kelsey, and
Who's
she
Kelsey?
med spa girl.
My bad.
She had an episode. We talked all about injections and fillers.
Yes.
She did what's called a Nefertiti neck. Have you ever heard about it? She is putting
Make it chiseled.
It makes it chiseled, and it. I've never got Botox
Let me
below.
see.
I've only got it on my forehead, and she was like, "No, we're gonna do a Nefertiti."
You don't have no
neck.
giraffe neck. I can tell you
Girl,
that.
She was like, I don't actually know what it does, but I like it. And it basically pulls from the bottom. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's called a Nefertiti neck. And then I was like,
Remind me to show you one of the Real Housewives of Potomac's necks, because it's probably the opposite of that. I don't want to say her. I love her, and she's a beautiful girl. She knows exactly who it is.
there's so many things you can do. Also, okay, so I've had my eyebrows microbladed before, but a couple of days ago, I went and got my eyebrows laminated and tinted. I just wanted to see like what it. I love being a woman, but I went and got my eyebrows laminated and tinted, and I absolutely love it. Now it's not as permanent as microblading, and I got the microblade with your girl like I think at this point it's like 3 years ago, and I hadn't gone back, and so the girl that does my waxes, she was like, "I'm adding this on as a service. You want to try it?" And I tried it, and I fell in love with it. She actually just started a new wax company. Is called Sleek Waxing. I think it's in Buckhead, not the ghetto side, the Roswell side, Roswell Road side. And it's such a vibe. Like, she has a really comfy bed. I just think when you experience good service from people, it's so important to like be like, her bed is comfortable. The little bed you lay on. I don't know if you ever got your lashes or something done when you laying on that bed and it's hard. And it's like, dang, you're talented, but I'm so uncomfortable.
My neck hurts.
I can't
I'm
come
getting
back.
up uncomfortable. My eyes already burning.
You got to care about the consumer. And she really did a great job with my eyebrows. I love it. Her name's Allie.
They
Y'all
look
should check her
good.
out. Thank you. Yeah, y'all, but the folks is out here unwell, and that's why I say ask some of these simple questions so you can see where somebody's mental state is at. And again, be yourself. This whole thing, we were going to talk about like some of the traits that we see in regular everyday men and people that I personally saw in Diddy on the documentary. And I mean,
next week.
Is it?
Well, it might be a few weeks. Anyway, we had other topics. We ran out of time. We're going to save them, though, because they're really good conversation points. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this. We're out of time for this one. But we're going to move on and, change our clothes so that we can get ready for the next episode. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I wanted to ask everybody, drop some questions in the comments, or if you're watching this on Instagram, let us know some questions that you like to ask on dates that aren't necessarily deal breakers. I won't make it that harsh, but they're good questions to ask that you would recommend to your girlfriends or your guy friends to help you kind of see if this person is in alignment with you and your future. Like the do you read? We know that you love reading books, right? And you love self-care, healing, and like always trying to better yourself. So I would think if somebody doesn't even want to pick up a book, might not be a match. Or if they are anti that, it's not a match. So asking if you like to read and what you like to read is a perfect question.
And you don't have to be a bookworm. I appreciated
like
that
it?
the man was honest. To me, that also says that he was like, no, I don't be reading. He didn't lie. And then it's like,
because that's worse.
That's
to me.
worse. Like, it's not like a hard no if you don't read. It's just we're getting to know each other.
I would like to know where you are.
Also, if you need a little script, let us know. If you know that you struggle with conversation, let us know. You can get better at it. It's like
you can also get I'm curious to know from imcurioustoKnow.com, and there's so many questions there that are great, whether you're knee deep in a situation, relationship, whatever, or you're getting to know somebody.
You can. Really quick announcements. Y'all know I love coffee. That is why my Instagram name is Coffee Bean Dean. I absolutely love coffee. I love coffee shops, all the things I do with coffee. I love coffee candles, coffee smell. There is a coffee brand that I discovered, and it's Black woman owned. I wanted to shout her out. It is called, when you go to the website, it looks like Ho Tea Coffee Shop. But that is not the name of it. It's called, I think it's called like House of Tea, Espresso and Tea, something like that. But the coffee's really good. They have a house favorite, Stardust or the Snickerdoodle kind. I like just regular coffee.
Snickerdoodle.
Girl, the Snickerdoodle is good. But y'all check her out. She has a discount right now for new customers. You get 5% off if you use code WELCOME5. And the website is hoetcoffeeshop.myshopify.com. It is amazing coffee. As a coffee drinker and coffee lover, check it out. It's one of, I don't know if it's my favorite yet because I got to keep trying coffee for a little bit, but it's really good. Also, Paradise and Vibe, we're going to Turkey September 4th through the 10th. Make sure you guys book. If you aren't able to come to Thailand with me, you can come to Turkey. And that is more of a wellness retreat. We're doing the body scan. A lot of different things in the itinerary for that retreat. I'm really excited about it. ParadiseandVibe.com and tell them that I sent you.
And I just want to remind you guys that the book club is alive, well, and strong. And we've been getting new members. A shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for joining us. I want to let y'all know for December, we are currently reading April's Fool by Anetta Tequila. And in January, we're reading 10,000 Hours with a Rich Menace. So in my book club, the Drinks and Reads book club, we have at least 2 meetings a month. And one of them is a happy hour, which we will be having when you hear this tonight. It's a virtual happy hour, so no matter where you are. And then at the very end of the month or very beginning of the month, depending on how the month flows, we will have our discussion of the book. So you have all month to read it and sometimes a little bit of extra. So let me just tell y'all a quick snippet about the books because I realize I don't always tell y'all about them. And when I do, y'all love that, even if you don't join the book club, which is totally fine. I just want y'all to read. Sometimes we don't have to watch TV. We don't have to watch movies. And this is not literature or self-help, to be clear.
These are our smart books. Just read.
These are our fun books. And when we meet in the book club, whether it's happy hour day or book club day, sometimes if people have read something that has really helped them or enlightened them, they share it. But we just try to read for fun and de-stress in a different way without doing, some of our bad habits. But anyways, okay, so this book is for anybody who's ignored a red flag because the man looked good in a Nike Tech suit. I hope y'all saw the young boys in their quarter zips and you are moving that way. If not, you need to get on your Zoom. That might be an old lady saying now, but I still like it and I'm going to keep saying it for 6 more months. Anyway, so it's toxic, it's twisty, and it's giving, I know better, but I won't do better. I have been there before. I recently divorced that lifestyle, and I know several of y'all have. Everybody who's writing into advice has. So I hope that you join us. And then we're also reading 10,000 Hours with a Rich Menace by Jaquel J. When I tell you this man is dangerous,
because he's fine.
Wealthy, He's a lot of things. Disrespectful and irresistible. Yes, he's fine and he's rich and he's got power. He's got all the things you want, all the things you need, and all the things you don't, but that it just keeps coming back. Anyway, you're going to close the book like, Lord, send me one, but remove the consequences, okay? And that's what I like to read about when I'm reading anything that might have a steamy element. There's crime, there's drama, there's some suspense. So that will be January's book. So no matter when you join, just join. It's patreon.com/Kiki said so. And if you like to read and kind of talk about books with other people, that's what we do. But it's not strict. If you don't finish the book, nobody's mad at you. Nobody cares. It's fine. We will just let you know when we're about to spoil shit. So if you want to mute us or log off and come back on, we got you, sis. Anyway, it's open to everybody. We only have women, but it's open to everybody. Y'all join.
Also, if you're struggling with communication, reading helps. That's what I'll be reading.
You can learn more books. I mean, not more books, more words.
Yeah.
And see different perspectives without actually having to have real life consequences of dealing with people and possibly messing things up. There's so many things. Y'all read some books.
Read some books.
And I've updated the Patreon, so even if you join as a free member, you can see past books. So check it out. Okay. Anyway, that's it for this week. Make sure you're following us online. We are at Cocktales Podcast. I'm at Kiki Said So.
I'm at Coffee Bean Bean.
I'm going to run to the restroom and change, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Goodbye. Bye. 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 Population. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Bye.